Hi, I'm Claudia Brown Coulter with Pivotal Peace. I'm your go-to mediator for navigating divorce while parenting children with special needs. I'm also a legal document assistant, LDA, based in the greater Los Angeles area. So today is Thursday, and it's Start Your Divorce Thursday. And the thing we're talking about today is like pre-divorce. You're considering divorce. So let's talk about how do you organize this paperwork. This is really an important topic, especially if you're not quite sure you need a divorce, if you haven't told your spouse, if your spouse is unpredictable. So let's talk about organizing your paperwork. Here are some of the essential documents you're going to need for a divorce. You're going to need you might need your marriage certificate, a copy of it. If nothing else, sometimes people don't know the date of marriage, right? Remember all those times your spouse forgot your anniversary? It's because they forgot. They forgot. I mean, I see it all the time. Claudia, there's the wrong name listed on the marriage, on the divorce decree. That's the wrong marriage date. Well, I wasn't at your wedding. This is what y'all listed. This is the information you gave me. And they know that. They know that. They know that their spouse put the wrong date. And then, like, if it's not amicable at that moment, it's definitely not at that moment again. Simply because they're like, oh, they don't even know when we got married. No wonder we're getting a divorce, right? Every little thing matters. But knowing your date of marriage, you need to know that. So if you don't remember, find that marriage certificate. Seriously. Birth certificates of your children, don't take your spouse's, social security cards. Believe it or not, that's important. There's a form that may potentially ask you for some of that information, your driver's license number. It's nosy. They are nosy. So you want to make sure you have that type of documentation. The other thing, and really you could also make a copy for your spouse or leave the originals and you take a copy, but you're going to want to have that information, copies of passports, things like that. Especially for your children, you want to think about, if I can't get back into this house again, are there essential documents that I need? Do I have my passport? Do I have my social security card? Do I have the title information to the house that I purchased? You want to be thinking through these things. You also want to gather financial records. I like to tell people gather them as they come through the mail. It's easy, especially if you haven't started the divorce process yet, especially if you're just contemplating things. You pick up your mail, oh, that's a credit card statement. Claudia said, I'm going to have to list how much debt I have, what credit card it is, and how much I owe. And I'm going to have to share a copy of the statement with my spouse. Let's just keep it. And next month, if I haven't decided to file for divorce yet, I'll get rid of this one and get the new one that comes. I'm serious. It will make your life easier. So begin to gather things as they come through the mail. When you have a burst of energy, when you remember where you've put something, go find it. Go find information about the house, about the title. Go find information about life insurance and things like that. Maybe you don't get a statement all the time. Go find that information. Don't be afraid. I feel like divorce is so full of fear. Maybe it was just me that was afraid. I don't think so. I'll talk to a lot of people who have anxiety. They're fearful in the middle of a divorce. Don't be afraid. Go gather the information you need. It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to hurt you. So along that line, you have property and assets. So including the deeds, you want to think about the mortgage statement. Is there a car bill that comes, or do you have the pink slip? You want to have that pink slip if it's your car. Now, if you are debating whether it's community or separate property and I'm taking his car, that's a whole different thing. But if it's a car you drive, I'll leave that up to you. Know where to find it. Any statements for investment accounts, you want to grab those. And like I said earlier, your debts. Think about that credit card bill. Is there some sort of promissory note that maybe you borrowed money for your grandma and grandma is really good at bookkeeping and will make sure she gets her money back? I have one of those. So if she sends you any written documentation of that, a family member loan, anything like that, gather that document. pull it together, put it in a place. And then, do you need documents relating to your children, relating to their attendance history? Maybe one parent is always late, and so your child's being SARted, and you've got to go to the district office, or you've got to go to the police station because your child is always tardy, they're always absent. You want to gather that type of documentation so you can prove, hey, that never happened on my days. If you're not in the school system, then you probably don't know that that's a real thing. I've been in those meetings. I've been in those meetings at the district office and at the police station. And it's like a scared straight type thing, like get your child in school. Sometimes it works. Have a copy of the IEP, make a copy for your spouse, any sort of 504 plans, things like that. Have a copy of all of those important documents related to your child, IEPs, 504s, even report cards. Then you want to organize your paperwork. If organization is not your big thing, it's okay. I feel like I'm a very organized person, but there are bits of messy to my life too. But sometimes you meet an organized person who thinks that there's only one way, and that's not true. Now, if you are more generally messy and an organized person would not call you organized, but you have a system that works every time and there's a method to the madness, then you're organized. Don't worry about what anybody else says. You're organized. You need to be able to go put your hands on those papers at a moment's notice. At a moment's notice. So create some sort of filing system that works for you. That works for you. This is not for anybody else's business, so they don't need to tell you how to organize it, and whatever works for your brain, organize it that way. You want to put them in the right folders, right? Make copies just in case. Maybe create a copy that stays outside of your house somewhere else, maybe at your job or maybe with a friend, just in case. You want to update it regularly so that if a new statement comes, you don't want to have a big pile of papers. Okay, we're going to take out this old statement, we're going to shred that, and I'm going to put this new statement in to take its place. That way I have the most current information here so that when I'm ready to say, okay, I'm going to file for divorce, I have all this paperwork, I'm going to do this, or I'm ready to start my financial disclosures, I'm going to sit down this weekend and do this. You have the most current and updated statements, and then it's just a matter of scanning everything. You fill out the paperwork, but the statements that need to be shared with your spouse, throw those into your scanner. You don't have to go hunting for them, right? Future self will thank you. You come back and thank me too. You're welcome. All right. So how do you maintain this system? You want to stay consistent. Stay consistent. Sometimes you're in a groove and you do things, and then you don't need to write it down because you know how it works. And then you take a couple days break or a couple weeks and it's the next month and you're like, wait, what? What was I thinking? How did I file this? Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Write something down to remind yourself. The likelihood of you forgetting once you write something down dramatically decreases. I mean, I don't have any statistics on that. I'm just making up stuff right now. I know for me, if I write something down, I'm more likely to remember it, right? So if you create a system, write it down somewhere, grab your phone, write it in your phone somewhere so that when you forget, it's there. Oh yeah, this is how I was organizing this stuff. Remind yourself, oh, hey, it's the 15th. This bill usually comes on this day. Let me change it out. Think about digital organization. Think about scanning your documents and having digital copies. There's always one person in the relationship who is like Mr. or Miss Spreadsheet and has everything scanned and they are super organized, and it drives the other spouse nuts because they don't trust them. They're making up these numbers and stuff. But as a mediator, I'm like, oh, this is cool. You can see everything laid out. And as a legal document assistant, I can see everything laid out. Great. I would say, especially as you're contemplating divorce, you haven't decided yet, if you think it might be a little contentious, consider opening up a brand new Gmail account or a Yahoo account, some other email account with a totally different name where you scan and you send things there, or important divorce papers go there, so that it's all centralized in one place. It doesn't get lost. You're not getting promotions for Sephora or Duluth Trading Company. It's easy to check your spam and see what's there so you don't miss anything, as opposed to you trying to filter through your normal email. So consider that. And that's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. It's about finding a system and a plan that works for you so that you can remember where all your paperwork is, so that when you get to the moment when you're like, oh my God, I'm so overwhelmed, I don't want to do these financial disclosures, let me go grab my paperwork. Everything's in front of you. It's right there. Or I don't remember their social security number. I've got it right on this form. You've got it right there. Okay? Nothing is lost. It's as simple as that. Pace yourself. You know yourself best. You know yourself best. Try this system. See if grabbing things in the mail and creating an organization system, creating a new email account works for you. If it does, run with it. It will make your life simpler. Okay? So this is pre-divorce. This is like, I'm considering divorce. How do I get ready if I decide to do this? This is what you need. Get yourself organized. You can do it. I'll see you next week.